I forgot to put my ring on before I left the house. Listen, Mom, I'm sorry. You're not up there. You're still across town. But I'm sorry, I forgot to put it on. Anyway, I had a lot on my mind. And they continue to defend him while he destroys the country. Well, of course they do. Of course they do. Okay? I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to tell people. I don't know what else. I really and truly don't. People want to talk about things that are political, but they don't want to talk about politics whenever it fucking, goes against their own personal narrative or makes them feel the least bit uncomfortable. I am tired of being told in this country you're going to be fine because you're white. Okay? Because it doesn't really seem to matter what color your skin is, or even if you are a naturally born American, you're going to get caught up in it. Okay? Because it's coming for all of us. Until people want to actually stand up and speak out, I'm done. Okay? I'm done. When y'all get done quietly submitting, okay, and then bitching about stupid things like, oh, now we can't even trust Google anymore because Google's done sucked Trump's dick and renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, even though Google is just a search engine and it's up to you and it's your responsibility to research multiple sources. But, what do I've spent my time on this app trying to educate people like I educate my children, because it was not a choice that I wanted to be able to homeschool my kids, okay? When I homeschooled my kids, when I became a homeschooling parent, it was not out of want and desire, it was out of fucking necessity to make sure my children were educated. Am I smart? No. Am I qualified to do that? No. But you know what? It's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? Because the people who were educated in this public school system don't understand that power concedes nothing without a fucking demand, and ain't nobody demanding anything. Canada's done walked back, cutting off the northern states of America. What happened to that? If anybody's wondering how Nazi Germany happened and why people just sat back and let it happen, it's because they didn't want to talk about politics. They didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to do any actions. They didn't want to hurt anybody, understanding that not wanting to hurt everybody, then everybody's going to get fucking hurt. Okay? They've learned to kowtow to tyrants. They have proven to us that they want crops without tilling and plowing the fields. That they want to enjoy the many waters of our many oceans without the awful roar of their waves. They want rain without thunder and lightning. Progress is messy. Progress is a struggle, and it has to be one. Because at some point, the people who are being oppressed upon, while you sit there and allow them to continue to heap injustice after injustice after injustice on you and the people around you, to oppress them and enslave them, but you have decided you don't want to fucking talk about politics. I'm not talking to you directly, I'm saying you as a general thing. People don't want to discuss politics. People don't want to discuss politics because people tend to get very defensive about their political misinformation and disinformation and narratives. Not understanding that at the end of it, George Carlin was right. They're going to get it all. They're going to allow Elon Musk and all of the little friends on Fox and Friends to go in there and raid the Fed. Okay, just go ahead. Okay, they're going to take it all. And they proved that they could take it all way back in 1980 when Reagan said, you know what, we've got a deficit, so let's just borrow from the Social Security fund. And when Clinton had us on a path to actually have the people who borrowed that money in the way of, government employees, the people that we pay, borrowing the money that we've been paying into a system so that we don't fucking get sick and die if we become disabled, or God forbid we become disabled like my husband, or if you can actually retire before you end up in a pine box. This could stop today if everybody got on board. It could stop today. All of this goes away. If we stand up in one loud voice and demand that those who were elected to their position and paid for by taxpayer dollars go up there and fucking arrest that fucking treasonous bastard and national embarrass, that adjudicated rapist and 34-time felon, that fucking con man. But, you know, y'all are not ready to demand. Y'all aren't ready to speak out and demand that your government stop suppressing you. You would just rather quietly submit, because heaven help if you feel uncomfortable for just 1 second, right? Anyway, I don't know. I do know that a lot of people are going to be hurt. I do know that a lot of people are going to go hungry. I do know that a lot of people who escaped persecution in their other countries to come here for the American dream will be deported. And yeah, I know that a lot of black and brown and indigenous Americans will be swept up in those raids, and I am so sorry. And I know that some of those people who are going to get deported voted for Harris, you know, but they thought that was the end of it. Well, I voted for Harris, now what? You thought your work was done. I don't know. Like I said again, y'all can call me when you're done quietly submitting and when you're actually ready to take action. Otherwise, I'm going to control what I'm going to control, which is right now I'm fixing to go up into this grocery store and buy some groceries before the fucking prices go up. Okay? Thanks to Donald J. Trump. Putting tariffs on. Okay, and then of course them retaliating with tariffs, which we all knew they were going to fucking do. Okay, I'm going to take care of my family to the best of my ability, my 2 LGBTQIA children, and keep them as safe as possible. And I'm going to continue to speak up and speak out against the injustices that are being heaped on everybody else, because I am done quietly submitting. Because I know that the power of tyrants will concede nothing without a motherfucking demand, and this is my stand. Anyway, if you've stayed in this video this long, and if you follow me, and most importantly, if you're friends of mine, okay, this is who I am. I've never made any pretense. I've never made any lies about who I am. This is who I am. Okay, I understand that I am hard to live with. I am hard to be friends with. I am very loud and I am very vocal, and I educate myself, because the only way we get out of this is by educating ourselves and the populace and making ourselves better and society around us. Lead, follow, or get the fuck out of the way. And if you bring up something that has to do with politics, like these plane crashes that we have had, don't fucking come up and say, well, I don't want to talk about politics, because you got a little uncomfortable from what I have stated. I don't know. Maybe journal it. Live in your discomfort. Or ask yourself why you immediately went on the defensive. Okay? Especially after you decided to twist my words around and overtalk me when I try to not share politics, when I try to just keep it light and friendly. I'm done. Okay? Anyway, I don't know if any of this answers this question, or resonates with you at all. I'm sorry that I used your comment for this little rant, but I felt like it needed to be said. So I'm going to get a new mask out of this thing down here, because these people are fucking nasty, and I don't go anywhere without a mask, because bird flu is coming. But, you know, another pandemic, I can get through my 2B red file. Yeah, I could.